Tondo
Impasto.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. 1st of April.
April Fools.
Yeah, April Fools. Yeah.
What a day.
Yeah.
Well, it's a special one, which we'll tell you in a minute, but first we begin with a little chin-chin.
Yeah, chin chin, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Buongiorno.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
It's not as hot.
Yeah.
Is yours hot?
Yeah, it is hot.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Tondo Impasto, and my name is Amy.
And I'm Kras.
And we are cataloging our family's legacy every weekday.
Yes, we do.
Monday through Friday, every morning, we are here and we're going through paintings. Yesterday, we hit our 100th.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And we drank some rakia to celebrate.
Yeah.
And we had some noisemakers that made no noise. It should have been April Fools, right?
Yeah, that's what it is, April's Fool.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it was decorating.
Yeah. Have you noticed how kind of things have become kind of more garbagey?
Yeah.
The things that they sell are just not as like high quality as...
No, it's... I don't know why they sell them, because there is no noise. There is no voice.
Was very strange.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
Yeah. So I kept the little, gold. Did you see how I hung the gold over here, the decoration? So anyways, we are excited about today. After we reached our 100th milestone with Boris's paintings, that's my grandfather, Kras's father. Yeah. We kind of talked about maybe speeding it up and doing more than 5 per episode.
Yeah.
And then when I got up this morning to prep for everything, I was kind of thinking, well, why? Like, isn't there something to be said about quality over quantity?
Yeah, well, you're right. Quality is the most important thing, not the quantity.
Yeah, so that leads me to the quote of the day from Seneca. Lucius Annaeus Seneca, the Roman philosopher, statesman who lived from 4 BC to 65, I guess.
Yeah.
From 4 to 65. Did you know he was told to kill himself?
Who told him that?
He was ordered by Nero.
Oh, my God.
After being accused of involvement in a conspiracy. So he complied and became a symbol of stoic composure in the face of death. But the quote is, it is quality rather than quantity that matters.
Yeah.
So anyways, that is kind of the motto for the day and for the next few days. I really want to, as we move into a kind of different format, and if we do end up adding more paintings, I want us to just be prepared because besides the prep, there's also the post work. So anyways, the core ideas of Seneca: focus on what you can control and accept what you cannot. Value virtue, discipline, and clarity of thought over wealth or status. And time is the most valuable resource. Don't waste it. So he was a philosopher focusing on self-control, reason, and resilience, and an advisor to Emperor Nero. So there's some interesting, sculptures of his bust, of his face.
Yeah.
Kind of a handsome guy. So he still matters even today because his writing is still widely read for its practical philosophy, how to think clearly, act deliberately, and stay steady under pressure. So that's good stuff. As we begin our next 5 paintings, And then there's a surprise, but I'll tell you about the surprise
Okay.
in a little bit later. So shall we go to the first? So the first painting of the day, number 101, is, boom. Here you go. I don't know if you want to take a look at it off of the easel.
No, it's on a darker passepartout. This is the first time I see something like that.
Yes, yes.
But it's real nice because that thing kind of shows real well.
Pops.
Pops, yeah.
Right? Pops out. It's a dark maroon passepartout mount.
Yeah. Real nice. Wow.
So this is a coastal landscape, you think?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, or well, when we say coastal, we mean Black Sea.
Yeah.
It's vibrant and warm. Pinks, reds, greens, and yellows cascade down the foreground toward a pale blue sea. And so I'm reading some descriptions from Claudio, our hardworking assistant AI. You guys could probably guess who Claudio is. Anyways, he's written here, it's a town or settlement that sits at mid-ground with a vertical element rising against the horizon. A church tower, a minaret, a lighthouse. Hard to say. Do you see kind of something sticking out? And what do you think that is?
Since you mentioned it, I can see something sticking out, but I don't think it's a church.
Or a minaret. Did they have any mosques down there? And
no, it could be. Something like something from the boat.
oh, like the mast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so it's hard to say because it's so small, you know. But the sky is a soft golden gray. Here, I'll show it to you guys here as a close-up in the studio. And it's got a warm light from the east. Boris packed a remarkable amount of color and depth into a surface barely larger than a playing card. Heavy palette knife work throughout. And it's the first one after our 100 painting milestone. So it announces a return to the passepartout mounts we have not seen since episode 18. But those last ones were also passepartout, so this is not correct. They were on white passepartout. Last episodes. I don't know why he's saying that. That's not correct. We know that we cannot trust 100% what Claudio is saying.
He's confused.
Yeah. But, I think that the maroon really is a nice contrast. And then if we show you the back, let me show you the back, because clearly, I don't know if he did it or someone else did it, but it's got like paint from onto the, what is this, like particle board or something? I'll just show you guys the close-up so you can, you can't even see it on this one. Okay, never mind. We'll find one that's got the paint on the back, but you can basically see the edges where I'm assuming he painted it.
Yeah, he painted it.
Yeah, and then on the back it kind of like bleeds over, but we'll show you another one because there's one that's got more than just this one. So anyways, any other comments on this first one for the day?
All I can say it's gorgeous. Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so then we'll go to the second one. And I will show it to you guys. Let's just move over to close-up number 2. Boom!
Wow. That's again on the maroon.
Yeah, and that one we'll show the back of because it's got you can really see wow is right.
Oh my God.
There's just so much going on in that. You really do need to use the...
Wow.
You have to use the oops, I just dropped something. You have to use the magnifying glass.
Yeah. To see.
Excuse me.
So when you turn it, it's a completely different picture, you know.
You mean when you kind of flip it over?
Yeah.
Well, so I couldn't tell. That's how I did the orientation. So Claudio says, and we read these descriptions for our visually impaired friends and anyone who's driving, so you can kind of know what we're looking at, or walking your dog or whatever. So this is the kind of like the darkest in the batch. It's a rolling mass of blacks, deep teals, reds, and greens occupying the center, with golden yellow ochre sweeping across the top like a hot sky bearing down. Yeah, flashes of orange at the left edge. The dark forms could almost be figures or creatures clustered together, but it stays pretty abstract.
Yeah.
And dense. Heavy, compressed, like something held under pressure. The palette knife work is thick and aggressive here. Pushed, and the paint is pushed and scraped with force. So this one pulls you in a completely different mood. And I'll show you guys here it is in the studio close-up. It does look like jewelry almost.
Yeah.
It's got such a...
Beautiful. It could be from another planet, you know. It's unbelievable.
Kind of cosmic, right? Well, we marked it number 102, and we also are going to put this X in the inventory description, because we are just going to go with this being an abstract, and I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see the paint. See how there's like paint splotches from where he painted the front? Let me just go like this so you guys can see the back. The front. Yeah, so it's a nice one.
It's beautiful.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
Really different.
It is.
Different than what we're used to. Okay. Well, anything else on the notes for that one?
The painting speaks itself, you know, it's gorgeous.
Yes, it does.
Those
speak
colors, the way it's a lot of movement, it's a lot of, it comes up from deep from his heart or from his soul. You know, it's beautiful.
I don't know how many more we have like this.
Yeah.
There are a couple of more with this dark maroon.
Yeah.
But we got to open more boxes.
Yeah.
As far as this batch here is concerned, we just have a handful of those. So, okay.
It's 102.
That one was 102. All right, you ready to go to 103 then?
Yeah.
All right, boom. Here is the third one.
Again, they're all with a dark background.
Okay, but you know what is so... Let me just see, is this the one? Yeah, okay. Get your lupa and take a look really close. You're going to see little strips of little tiny letters. You see those little...
Yeah.
So you know what I think that is?
What is it?
I think that there was a newspaper, like maybe put before it was completely dry.
Yeah.
And so then the little letters from the newspaper article stuck on there. So it's like a mixed media.
Yeah.
Can you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I don't think that he was doing it on purpose.
No, it just happened, you know.
It just happened.
Yeah. But it's real nice, you know. It gives a talking point on the sky. Wow.
A talking point on the sky. I love it. Let me show you guys here it is. I don't know if you can just like pause and pinch in and look, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you guys in the studio. So Black Sea Coast, alive with color. Let me go to the close-up shot here. Maybe you guys can really get a better sense of those little letters in there. Foreground bursts with oranges, greens, and warm reds. Wildflowers or scrubby coastal vegetation on a cliff edge, thick and textured under the palette knife. The sea fills the middle in blues, whites, and teals with rocky outcrops or small islands breaking the surface. Could that be Neseber? Isn't Neseber a little island?
It could be.
I don't know. The sky is pale golden cream, warm light from the east, sunrise. Wonderful sense of depth in this one. The eye moving from that hot, colorful foreground through the cool water to the soft horizon. Boris built the foreground vegetation up layer on layer. You know what, though? Claudio didn't see those little letters.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, you know. Well.
He missed it.
Yeah. He's got to get glasses.
Claudio needs
or
glasses.
magnifying glass. Claudio, you know. But yeah, I didn't notice it either, you know, so.
Well, so speaking of Claudio and needing glasses, the founders of Anthropic, the company that has made this Claudio, they're a brother and sister. Their father is from Italy, immigrated.
Yeah.
He was a craftsman. I think he worked with leather or something.
Yeah.
They moved to He moved to Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah. So kind of some things in common.
Yeah.
And you know, their whole goal with this AI, this is just from an article I was reading, is that, you know, kind of to make it ethical.
Yeah.
Right? I think the way we're using it is extremely ethical because we're trying to preserve some cultural heritage here.
Yeah.
So I think they would be proud if they knew.
Yeah.
Because there's people using it for business.
It's so similar, you know, with our family that we moved to Chicago. You know, this is the first place we started.
They're Italians.
The Italians.
We love Italians.
We come from Italy. That's why my last place in Europe was Italy. I came to United States, and it's very, very close.
And also, wasn't there like kind of this moment in time that maybe you would have moved back? We were trying to move the family back.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was little.
Yeah.
Before Eric was born.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go to Italy, back to Italy.
Yeah. Were you just not liking America, or like what was happening?
I wanted to pursue my art out there, and over here I was working in a factory.
Right.
To make a living, you know.
Weren't you working like in a sausage factory or something? Or?
No, it was a microphone.
Oh.
That was the famous Shure Brothers microphones that even until now.
Yes, those are like excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you worked at that microphone.
Yeah, that's my first job in the United States, working for the famous microphones.
And so what was your, like, what were you doing? Like
nothing, you know, the guy was real nice, the boss. I didn't speak the language, and then he gave me a machine that all I had to do is put the plastic inside. It's like a little things, and it comes out with something, you know. And I wanted to make sure that this container was full. And all day long, that's what I've been doing, and drawing and stuff like that. So the guy, you know, he knew that I was kind of an artist or something, and he didn't bother me at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He just let you do your drawings.
And then when I made Aragon Ballroom,
Oh, yes.
and my picture came up in the Chicago Tribune, the first page and stuff like that, and I was out of that place. He called me and he said, "You see, I was trying to help you out so I can get to a better position in life." I said, "Well, thank you so much."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I have that pic. We have the original Chicago Tribune. Did you know that?
Yeah, and then the Russian rocket was right next to me. That they sent something into space. It was black and white, and I was in colors. So it was.
Here it is. Okay, hold on. Let me drop it in and show everyone. I didn't realize we were going to talk about this today, and it is just a really, really cool thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because.
But talking about Chicago, that's how we came up to that point.
Yes, and I will show you on the front page. Let me make it big so that you guys can see it. Okay, there you are. So that's this one here.
Yeah, you see, the Russian rocket is black and white, and I'm in colors, and that magnificent ballroom, one of the biggest ballroom in the world in that time, and it was a Murish style, and I redecorated the whole thing and it became like a winter palace or something. It was beautiful. So
it's really cool.
Yeah, they were very much appreciated in Chicago because it was going down. It was kind of rusty and dirty and stuff like that. So it brought the whole place into a different way of watching it.
But how did they know to hire you? Like, was there some?
Well, I met a guy that he's the owner, and he was asking me, "What are you?" And I told him, I was studying in Italy as an artist, and I'm here in the United States, and I'm working in a factory. He said, "Well, I got a place. Can you check it and see what you can do about it?" I said, "Sure." So he took me out there. I said, "Oh yeah, I can bring that to life." He said, "Well, when can you start?" I said, "Tomorrow." He said, "What do you need?" I said, "I need paint, I need letters, I need this, I need that." And he said, "Okay."
So you did it by yourself?
I did it by myself.
So did you?
For a year and a half.
Oh, it took a year and a half.
But there's so many columns, there's so many balconies.
Oh, wow.
And
let me show that.
And the guy just wanted to see if I can do it on my own without hiring any other workers. So I did the whole thing by myself.
That's amazing. I don't think I understood that it was like a full-time job for a really long time.
Yeah, I was working, like 10, 12 hours every day. And those are balconies out there. There was so many columns.
Right.
And down and up. And, my idea was, because it's Murish, it was grayish, it was kind of there was no life into it. Just the body left of the whole thing.
Right.
But I said, if I put silver and blue and red and gold into those columns, it's going to be a completely different story. And it did,
It just transformed the whole place.
Yeah, it transformed the whole place.
That's amazing.
And when I finished it, and in the meantime they had, openings almost every day. Not every day, but a couple of times a week. And they were watching, the whole process, the people that they go there. They said, "Oh, that might become something here." But on the end, everything was like, wow.
That's amazing. Like Michelangelo, just working by yourself in there.
Yeah.
And,
No help, no nothing.
I'll show this one last time. Chicago Tribune. That's amazing. That's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And now I can't even.
And you know something? Today we are sending our astronauts around the moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see that rocket, the Russian out there.
This was from June 7th, 1971, was your. Yes.
But after 50 or 60 years, we're sending people to the moon. Actually, they're not going to land it, but they're going to go around the moon.
Okay.
I guess tonight.
Oh, okay.
So there are four people.
So many things happening in the world.
Yeah.
So, well, it started with the Shure microphone to the job at the Aragon Ballroom.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember. Well, it was basically a little tiny painting, which let me show it again, that had a little bit of newspaper on it.
Yeah.
Yes, that was your newspaper, your article. So that's the thing, is we don't know when some of these paintings were done because he didn't sign them all, he didn't date them all.
No.
But that one was really, really a special one. I don't know if we have any more like this.
Maybe we'll check it out, because I never pay attention to that.
Well, that's what I'm saying about going slowly, because we can see and really get like the details.
Yeah.
I didn't notice this.
Now, if you tell Claudio to, can he translate, after he sees the audio?
Yeah, let's ask him. Let's send it to him while we go to the next.
Maybe he can come up with a answer of the newspaper.
Yeah, like what's the article about?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so let me just make sure I don't lose. The way I keep track is every episode has its own folder, so I know what kind of stuff I'm putting. All right, so here it is. Let me just tell him. Look closer. Can you see the tiny newspaper? What do you call it? Like newspaper shreds?
Yeah.
Like the shreds with little letters stuck to this one. And then what do you think it is? Could be from wet paint or something. Was still not drying.
Well, probably if he covered it with a newspaper.
Right.
And that touched the fresh paint.
Right.
And it's like
wasn't completely dry. All right. Well, so while he's looking at that, I'll show you guys one last time the close-up in the studio here on the easel. And then we can go to the surprise. We can go to the surprise. And then we'll finish off with our last two.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So we have shot a couple of Vault episodes for when I will be away, and we cannot be live with you, pre-recorded. And so the topic of the first Vault batch is this Book of Honor. That we found.
Yeah.
That was for Boris's 10th exhibition on the occasion of his 70th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the book, and we go through the book, there's newspaper clippings, there's signatures from all kinds of people who came to visit that exhibition over the course of 2 weeks. And then, the story that it tells is just really incredible. So the first, like one of the first things you see is a telegram that you wrote. And then I don't want to give too much away because we'll wait for you guys to watch that episode. It'll be coming up April 16th in a couple weeks. But there's a letter written by a woman. It's a 3-page letter, and we just read it. We didn't know. It was very beautiful. It seems to me like it was the opening speech.
Yeah.
Like that's what people do when they have exhibitions. You have like somebody officially open it.
Yeah.
Is it usually the curator or sometimes it could be an art critic? Or...
Yeah, it could be anybody, but it has to be involved with the art world.
Right. So this woman writes this beautiful letter. We read it. Then we ask Claudio, well, who is this woman? Turns out she's this like chief curator of the National Gallery. And so we're so excited about that. And when I discovered all of this art together with the ceramics of, Yova, your mother, my grandmother, we did a big exhibition, and I worked closely with the National Gallery because the exhibition was in the ethnographic museum that's next to the National Gallery.
Yeah.
And we took some pieces that they have of Yova's on loan
Yeah.
for the show itself.
Yeah.
Which we will show you guys all of this in due time. It's all going to come out. Anyways, I had some contacts there, so I sent them an email and said, hey, we found this book of honor. There's this letter by this woman. I don't want to say her name because I don't know if she gives us her permission.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll just, call her the woman for now. So I write to her and I say, hey, many, many thanks from Boris Gorinov's granddaughter.
Yeah.
And then she wrote back last weekend, which we knew this, you know, and she was like, so touched that we reached out to her and said, I'm going to try to remember what I can about, your grandfather, but, he was my teacher. And let's see here. Actually, she called him her most cherished teacher. She said that she has some inscribed miniatures and she has some of Yova's ceramics. And she said that she wanted to talk. So then I wrote back, oh my goodness, my father and I are so excited to hear from you. And we have so many questions. We want to talk to you. She just wrote back today.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I said we want to interview you. Maybe we can put it on camera and record it, all this stuff. We're just trying to like put the whole, what do you call it? Just the archive together of this whole thing. So here is what she said. Hello, Amy. You have taken on very noble work, but also difficult. I have processed quite a few estates for exhibitions or acquisitions or donations, among which Zahari Zograf.
Wow.
So it's an excellent connection, and she's looking forward to hearing from us.
Wow.
So, Zahari Zograf, he's one of the most significant Bulgarian artists of the 19th century. So he painted icons, murals, and portraits. His work is in the Rila Monastery, Bachkova Monastery, and churches across Bulgaria.
Yeah, the most famous monasteries in Bulgaria. Yeah, he was great, Zahari Zograf.
Yes. Well, so anyways, the plan is to write to her, to coordinate, and then we will get an interview and talk with her. And then it'll be great when we can show her, okay, this is what we have so far. What do you think? She can just look at it. And there's some paintings actually in the batch that I look and I'm thinking, I don't know if these are Boris's. So maybe, I don't know if she can maybe tell, like if it's Yova's or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll kind of get to the bottom of it. So exciting, right?
Very exciting. Yeah, great.
We've got like a live one that's like that is absolutely carries so much knowledge from the history of all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So we can get her perspective, like what was going on, if you can remember during that time, and what else did Boris share with you?
Yeah.
All that kind of jazz.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yeah, what a connection.
And nowadays, with the like WhatsApp or whatever, it's very easy to communicate long distance. You just have to work out the time zones.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
Yeah, she's ready for action.
Yeah, we are too.
We certainly are. Okay, well, we've got 2 more today. Let's go to number 4. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that one just something?
Beautiful.
This one is a landscape where the sky takes over.
Wow.
The lower third is a band of dark greens and deep teals. Hills, trees, vegetation, pushed thick with the knife. But the sky above is where Boris was working. Grays, pale blues, golden yellow streaks breaking through cloud cover. Dabs of orange and gold scattered across the upper portion. This is not one of the calm sunrise scenes. This is weather, stormy, restless, the light fighting through. And it's slightly narrower than the others in the batch, but the mount is the same. So by the way, I'll show you guys the close-up here of it. It's just so stunning. You think it's a stormy weather?
It could be. Just before the storm.
Like, there it is.
Yeah.
It's just has like a kind of almost abstract quality, but it's not abstract, obviously.
No. It's very realistic, and it could be, the atmosphere is kind of moving in. Mm-hmm. And
low cloud pressure.
yeah.
It's like the Weather Channel for that day. So all of these, by the way, are, nowhere bigger than about, 4 inches or 4.5 inches.
Yeah.
Tall and wide. They're very small.
Yeah.
But obviously they pack a lot of punch. So that's it. That's the 4th one from the batch.
104.
Yes, and then we will go to the last one of the day. And this one's kind of cool. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Striking.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I guess the sun is trying to come out.
Through the clouds, right?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm wearing a glove because my nail polish fell apart.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to be like Michael Jackson. Thriller. Okay. So let's read the
Wow.
Let's read the description. According to Claudio, the most striking painting in this batch, a golden sky dominates with a circular sun form in the upper portion, rendered almost as a spiral or vortex. Let's go to the close-up here in the studio. Pale and luminous against warm yellow. Swirling gray-blue clouds move around it. Below, a dark landscape of blues, greens, and blacks sits at the base, with a vivid splash of orange at the center. The whole composition has almost like a cosmic quality, which I agree. That's this one here.
Yeah.
And the sun feels like it's pulling everything toward it. Where the painting 100 was quiet and restrained, this one is magnetic. The palette knife carving circles in the sky. I actually saved number 100 just to show you guys what Claudio's talking about. That's that one right there. This one.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It's a different kind of sun. Is over the water, not, so.
It's more earthy.
Right. So that's number 100, and this is our number 105. So, Any other comments on this one that you can think of?
You see, the skill of my father is that each time, he projected something different because of the situation of the climate, the weather, and stuff like that. He projects right away. So that's why you can see the variety of, he's not going by one because he knows something. He is projecting what he sees right now.
In the moment.
In the moment, yeah. So that makes all his paintings so great, because it's a different motion, different situation, and nothing is the same.
That's really true.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to, I'll show it again here, the close-up. You kind of have to pick that moment, and then you got to kind of, I guess, stay true to that moment. Like you said, he works pretty fast.
Yeah, well, he gets it right there. When he's painting it, he's watching it, he's projecting it. And, if Claudio one day, he can, if we know the dates and stuff like that, he can say, well, Monday was cloudy, Tuesday was sunny.
Yes.
They can read every single day of the month of the year what the weather was all about. And because he's projecting every single day different situation. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't just always repeating the same thing and over and over and over. He was completely
What you see is what you get.
Not experimenting, but just like you said, being in the moment.
Yeah, in the moment. Yeah, that's how he was working. And that's why it's so powerful. And even though they're miniature, it gives you a life, that it was experience in one time of the long time ago or whatever. It's very, very interesting.
Yes, I agree.
And, the great ones like Van Gogh and, you can see a steady thing, they're professional, Dutchmen, that, you can recognize him right away, this is Van Gogh. Mm-hmm. But it's almost the same thing. They're following some kind of a line that they cannot get out from the square.
Okay.
And this guy, my father, is always out of the square, because he's doing exactly what he sees and what he feels.
You can't pin him down
to
like a particular... Yeah. All you can say that he stayed true to was this kind of miniature format.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe that was kind of out of just being practical.
Yeah.
Instead of carrying some giant canvas, he just has
No, he wants to, it's like a religion to him, and he's having fun with it, And the skills that he's got, it's unbelievable. And he can project it right away how he feels in that moment. And it's right there on a little scale, 4 or 3 inches by 3 inches. And it's incredible.
Yeah.
Not too many people, I don't know anybody can do that. Even the greatest ones, you can say, well, this is Van Gogh, because it's the same. He's great. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, of course.
But
no disrespect.
Yeah. But it's steady. He's in the square of his own universe. But this guy is out of that universe. He's going to way out there in the sky somewhere in a different galaxy, and all of a sudden he's back to the earth. So that's his soul, his movement. It's incredible. That's why he's unique.
Wow. That is something to really kind of appreciate.
I don't think that any machine can do that. Even the weather machines and stuff like that, they cannot project the soul. They can project the cloud and the rain, and that's about all. But the soul of the whole thing, the atmosphere, how it's moving, how it's projecting to your brain, they cannot do that. It's only human beings that can do it, and certain human beings. So it's very nice, beautiful.
Yes, and I think you have to be very sure of yourself.
Oh yeah.
You cannot be insecure.
Yeah.
He wasn't insecure, right?
No.
Pretty confident guy.
Yeah, very confident. There are so many students of his and people that they respect him so much because of that, you know. He was almost like a philosopher, you know, the way he was dealing with people. And he was a very social person with anybody. And they respected him a lot, you know. So it's in Bulgaria, I've seen so many people that I never met in my life. When they find out that this is my father, they say, oh, wow, you know, they start talking about him like he was somebody.
Same thing happened to me when I was there in 90, when did I move there? 94, you know. Oh, you know, you're Gorinov.
Yeah.
Well, so we're Gorin.
Yeah.
You took off the OV, like to kind of Americanize it. But I said, well, Gorin, but Gorinov. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, Boris Gorinov?
Yeah.
He was my teacher, or he was, you know, so I know some, whatever. It's always this kind of really good memories, good vibes from what his...
Yeah, this guy in Dragalevci, you know, Janko, he's a very good artist, you know, and my father was his teacher. And when he sees me all the time, you know, he goes, you know, waves on me, and he said, because...
Bowing down to you.
And he said, because of your father, I'm in this position now. He gave me so much knowledge how to draw, how to do this. He was going to Germany, working out there for the those trick films. What do they call it?
Oh, like animation?
Animation, yeah. Mm-hmm. He was one of the best in Bulgaria, and they were calling him out there. He comes up with a Mercedes, you know, because it's a very well-paid job, and he's so happy, you know, that not only he's very good, but, you know, and he respected my father so much, you know, each time he's talking about him. So there are a lot of people like him, you know.
Well, and I'll tell you, there's actually Bulgarians, I even know that are excellent illustrators for animation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So...
what was that movie? Avatar? Mm-hmm. There was a Bulgarian group out there. That were into this.
Definitely.
Yeah. So they're all from Bulgaria.
Yep.
They're very professional.
Stuart Little, like a lot of the animation, they just, you know, so I guess there's some sort of, again, DNA skill that, you know, is part of that area and that region. Well, so speaking of something else from, you know, from time past, today is a special day. Besides it being April Fool's, it is also Eric and Sarah's anniversary. So you guys met my brother if you watched the Kras birthday episode. Yeah. And I want to show, let's see here, a picture 20 years ago. So it's their 20th anniversary. And here we go. And this is this is Eric, Victor in a tiny little tuxedo, and you guys 20 years ago today.
That was in the Japanese garden.
Yes, they got married in the Japanese garden, and then they had their reception in the Irish club.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And I just can't believe 20 years and we all got older.
But I was amazed of Victor, my grandson. He was presenting them with a ring.
He was the ring bearer, yeah.
But he was so professional. The kid was not what is it, 1 year old?
He was like 1 year and a couple months. Like
Wow.
we're almost a year and a half.
I mean, and I was telling him, he said he got and he's so quiet and nice with a smile, goes, gives him the ring, and that was it. No dropping, no nothing,
To this day, he is like that.
Well, it's Victor, that's the name.
Yes.
He's victorious for everything what he does.
All of your grandchildren are victorious.
Yeah.
We got some really cool kids in our orbit that we're so happy to celebrate, and maybe one day we'll have a wedding for them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then we'll celebrate another wedding anniversary. So yeah, there they are again. Happy anniversary, you guys.
Happy anniversary.
We love you, and we hope you have a great day. And I think on that note...
Okay, well, chin chin.
Chin chin.
Well, ci vediamo domani.
Domani, yes.
And everybody, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
watching and sticking around, and
Yeah, well.
tell your friends. We're going to keep plugging at this. So.
Yeah. Well, ciao, ciao, everybody.
Bye for now. Have a great rest of your day.
Tondo
Impasto.